Namaste children. I welcome you all for today's science class. Children, as you know, we have completed our bridge course classes. Isn't it children? We are done with our bridge course classes and from today onwards we are going to start with your actual syllabus, your third standard syllabus. Okay? So children, are you all excited? Excited to learn new things? Alright then. Let's get started children. So children, in today's session, we are going to observe all around us. Yes children, we are going to look around our house, outside the house, outside the house and see different things around us. Alright, we are going to observe different things around us. Right? Children, when you see around you, what is that you get to, observe? You see many different things, right? Like your pencil, your books, a plant, a tree, the puppy that is barking, a pussycat, the clouds, the stones, right children, your toys. Likewise, you see many different things around you. Am I right? Now, some of these things, they can grow. They can move, right? While certain other things, they cannot move. Right, children? Say, for example, your water bottle. You have, you drink water and you place it on a table. Does it move on its own? No, it doesn't. Until and unless, you pick them up or someone else pick them up and place them somewhere else. Right? They don't move on their own. Isn't it, children? Now, why is there such a difference among things that we look around us? Some of them move whereas some others don't. Why is there such a difference? Keep thinking. Meanwhile, answer these questions as well. Okay? What do you see here? This is the picture of a toy elephant. Right? Now, what do you see here, children? Yes, this is the picture of an actual elephant. Right? Similarly, what do you see in this picture? Yes, children, it is the artificial plant in the vase. Right? Now, what do you observe here in this picture? This is the picture of an actual plant with real flowers. Right? Now, why am I showing you these pictures? Are there any difference between these pictures? The difference between a toy elephant and an actual elephant, the difference between the artificial plant and an actual plant, the real plant. Yes, of course they show differences, isn't it children? Now, in contrast to the toy elephant, the actual elephant moves. Yeah? A baby elephant grows into an adult elephant, which means the actual elephant grows, right? It shows movement. Similarly, children, the artificial plant in the vase, they do not grow, whereas the actual plant shows growth, also movement. All right. So these are some of the differences that you see between these things. Now, why is that difference? I know by now you are able to guess it. That is because, the toy elephant is a non-living thing, whereas the actual elephant is a living thing. The artificial flower or the plant in the vase is a non-living thing, whereas the actual plant is a living thing. Alright children, so in today's class, in today's session, we are going to start with the chapter living and non-living things. Okay, so under this, in today's session, we are going to learn certain characteristic features of living things. Now, before moving on to learn about the characteristic features, what do you mean by a characteristic feature? Let me explain this with a simple example, children. Have you seen cotton? Cotton in your house? Yes, all of you would have seen. Is it white in color? Yes, it is white in color, right children? Is it soft or hard? It is soft, extremely soft. Now, tell me whether it is light or heavy. Again, it is extremely light, right children? So, you can say that these are certain features, characteristic features of cotton. The lightness, the color, yeah, and the softness, these are the features of cotton, okay? Similarly children, there are certain characteristic features with which we can identify living things, alright? Now children, in today's session, we are going to discuss 3 such characteristic features of living things, okay? So the first characteristic feature is that living things move, yeah? Living things shows movement, alright? Now children, do you move? Yes, of course, we move, right children? We move around, we walk, we jump, we run, right? So, we human beings show movement. What about our animals? The animals around us, they move from one place to another place. The insects, bees, small worms, isn't it? The butterflies, birds, fishes, all of them show movement, right? So, yes, therefore, also they move on their own, right children? Therefore, they are living things, alright? Now, in contrast to animals, birds, worms, do things like your books, do they move? No. Do they come out of your bag on their own? They don't, isn't it children? What about your chair? Do your chairs move? No, they don't move on their own, right? So, non-living things do not move, okay? Now, moving on to the next characteristic feature. What is it? It is living things need food. We all need food, right children? We all munch on, we all need food to live, and we need water to drink, right children? Without which we cannot survive. Therefore, food and water is very much essential for us to live. Even all the animals, worms, right? They all need food to live, right children? What about the plants? Do they need food? Yes, plants also need food. They need water to grow. If not, they die. They dry up and they end up dying, right children? So, you have to, the plants also need water and they take up their nutrition, that is food from the soil, right? So, all the animals, including we human beings, need food to live and, water to drink, right children? Now, do your toys, do they eat? Do you feed them? Or do your, bicycle, they need food? No. Or do you think they drink water? They don't, right children? So, non-living things do not need food, alright? What is the next characteristic feature that we are going to discuss today? It is living things grow, alright? Now children, you would have seen a photograph, of your younger. When you were young, you would have seen your pictures, right? Now, are you the same? Are you the same in the photo and now at present? No, you're not the same, right children? You have grown, right? You are grown and you will grow and you will go from class to class. Am I right children? You will grow up and you will become an adult, right? Now what about animals? What about the elephant? A baby elephant grows into a large elephant, right? Even the tadpole, that is the young ones of the frogs, they become the adult frogs, the big frogs, right? So Even the plant, the seed grows into a sapling. The sapling grows into a huge plant, and then they grow into a large tree, right? From seed to the plant or a big tree, they show movement, right? So this is also one of the characteristic features of living things. What is it? Living things grow. All right. Now, does things like your pencil, do they grow? Even if you keep them for years together, they don't grow, right? What about the artificial flower or the artificial plant in the vase? Do they grow? They don't. Even if you water them, you put soil, they don't grow. They remain the same. Right, children? So why is that so? Because they are non-living things, and non-living things do not grow. Alright? So this was it for today's class, children. So what are the 3 characteristic features that we learned about living things? Living things move, right? They show movement. Yeah, under movement, I forgot to discuss about one point here. Do plants move? They do show movement, children. All right. Yes, all of them show movement, but we may not be able to observe them in all the plants. If I have to give you an example, we can take an example of a sunflower. All right. Sunflower, you can see that the sunflower always faces the sun. In the morning, it faces in the east and it moves along with the sun and changes its direction. That is, it shows movement. From this, we can say that plants move. All right. So, yes. Now, let us summarize as to what we learned today. What are the 3 characteristics that we learned today? Living things show movement. Living things move. Living things need food to eat, right? And living things grow. All right, children. So, yes, with this, let us wind up today's class, children. Okay, I hope all of you understood about the concepts which we discussed today. Dhanyavad, children. See you all in the next session.